Yeah, Kyle, obviously, these are always tough ways to go out. I mean, it happens to a lot of teams. It was your night tonight. You guys were right in this game, just they made it one last shot.
Yeah, it was a good high school basketball game. Obviously, it didn't end the way we wanted to, but you know, things like that happen. Especially, that's why March Madness is so amazing because it's 0-0. It didn't matter, our 3 wins versus them in the regular season. Um, but like I told them before, is if this is the worst adversity that we have to deal with, moving forward here in the next couple of years, we're going to be okay. It's a long year, 5 months. We spend a lot of time, as a family. I told my guys, I don't get to see my family much. We sacrifice quite a bit as players, as coaches. So, 15 years ago, this would probably, put me down for a couple months. I've got a 6-year-old, a 3-year-old that I've tried to prioritize. She loves them. It's probably going to be harder on her than it is, me and the players. So you got to give Glasgow credit. They made a ton of big plays. We went on a run. They went on a run. Like you said, they hit the big 3 at the end. Was hoping to get it to overtime.
Coach, did they do anything tonight that you had not seen from watching tape or watching the previous games?
I would say they were more physical. They were more physical than what they had been. We didn't get out in transition as much as what we had the previous games. We had been playing really well. We had lost 3 or 4 coming in. We played a lot of games there towards the end. I was hoping that we'd be able to make a run, but like I said before, it's one of those things where they made the big plays, and they get to advance, and it's just a life lesson for them. You got to be gracious in defeat and winning. We've had 4 or 5 times there at the end of games this year where other teams have missed shots where we won, and the one that got us this year was the last one. But I'm proud of these guys. To get 19 wins this year, losing 43 points per game last year. Like, I don't think a whole lot of people expected us to be, as good as what we have been, and that doesn't have anything to do with me. That has to do with our players and how hard they worked in the summer and spring and fall that led up to this. So I just hurt for them. I've lost in a state championship game by a half court shot at the buzzer. And I tell them, like, no matter if it's the first game of the tournament or the last game of the tournament, it hurts the same. And 275 schools are going to be going through the same thing. We got 1 state champion. That's what's awesome about Kentucky. But, they're 15 to 17-year-old kids. That's not going to help them tonight. But, hopefully they can take a step back here in the next couple of weeks and realize, what a special season it was. I've enjoyed this group immensely. They're great kids on and off the court. Like I said, I hurt for them. I wish I could take away their pain and just put it on me. But that's the great thing about sports, good and bad.
Caleb Prince had really hurt them, I think, in the 3 prior games, even the close one at Glasgow. He seemed to be the person they really just couldn't slow down. They held him to 13 tonight. The shooting was down for him. Were they doing something specific to try to take him out of the game or minimize him?
I think he missed some shots that he normally, would make. I think that's his development from last year to this year was, he was 3 points per game last year. He ended up 15 points per game this year, 2nd team all region. Like, he made a huge jump, but I think that next jump is going to be, his mid-range jumper, shooting threes. And I think that's, as good as what he was for us this year. I think he's going to make a huge jump, moving forward the next 2 years.
Coach, talk about your seniors on this team. Obviously, they advance from Warren East High School. What do you hope that they take away playing as a Raider?
We've got 4 seniors. I'm proud of each and every one of them. We had 1 that started, 1 that played, significant minutes. We had 2 other seniors that, were great teammates, great practice players. It hurts for them just as much as everybody else. It stinks for them because, that ultimate goal is, to be able to play on Diddle Arena and kind of, advance there. But, it's hard saying goodbye to those seniors. You know, we had 7 last year, we have 4 this year, and you know, it's going to hurt for a while. You know, a couple of them, you know, won't put on another Warren East jersey because they don't play spring sports. So it was really hard in the locker room, especially, you know, the way we lost.